Hello world. I got another subscriber request from the same guy. He sent me this picture with the wheel part area he's having problem with. The cylinder here changes its shapes when resize a Bezier circle. Take a closer look and you'll see what I mean. Just size up and down the Bezier circle and you'll see. Okay. Here's his file. The pink plane, it's most likely missing texture. It is missing texture. Just hide it and take a look on the file itself. Apparently this bolts areas or something, they are stretching weird way and turned. Okay, well, let's take a look on his original object he created. It was first of all, I wanted to change it from matcap to studio and turn on cavity. It's just more comfortable for me. That's my personal preferences. Let's take a look on the original object he's making. Just turn off all the modifiers, and we see it's just a flat piece of geometry around it with the solidify modifier on, with what is it? This is by the way, this is mistake, this modifier added here. Sorry for that. Where was I? Yeah, this modifier added here. It's doesn't make sense. Even shade smooth, not at this actual modifier, the edge split. I think. Yes, I added just to make some areas smooth and some areas with the sharp angles, and it doesn't even work right now. It's only work if you move it, I think. Like here. Yes, you should add it last, always. And for now we don't even need it, I think. Yeah. So when we deleted it temporarily, yeah, with the shade flat there is no point of the edge split modifier. There is a different way to do it. I forgot. I saw some online tutorial, but I prefer to work with the edge split. And again, it's only work with the shade smooth. Look what it does. I temporarily turn it off and turn it on. So okay, maybe we can leave it for now. Now when we turn this on, the array modifier, it's okay, it's not stretching weird way. But when turn on the curve, curve modifier, it's kind of squished and it's not turn correct position. And let's open this one, because this original object. It's rotated 113 degree. Why it's rotated that way, I don't really understand. If you take a look on the reference, I don't really know what's going on. But okay, I think it shouldn't be. If it's a bolt, it shouldn't be turned this way. It should be, let's check. If it's 90 degree, how it appear here. Okay, it's relatively okay there, and squished here. So we can try to turn it right now, 90 degree. And we made it worse. Let's Ctrl Z. Let's try a different axle. Also 90 degree, but it's faced right way. Actually, probably we should add minus, so it faced other way. No, actually first one was correct. Okay, but it's still squished. This happens because I didn't know this thing either, because I didn't use it very often. But apparently, position of the curve, origin of the curve, this little red dot, and position of the object with the turned off all the modifier, this red dot, they have to match. They have to be at the same place. So let's move cursor to the selected, then select the object we needed to move, and let's, by pressing Shift S, move selected object to cursor. So we have this and this very same position now. Now if we turn on all these parts, look, well, it's squished, but a little bit, just a little bit, not by much. It's invisible, so practically invisible that it's squished. If object was bigger, for example, just temporarily scale it up, and we see, well, actually it's not even visible here, so we can always back to this one. Okay, and if he was trying to make bolts, like on the reference, there are, I never seen it. Is that bolts or what kind of wheel is it? Or he was trying to oh, maybe that's why he turned it. He was trying to make the Boolean object to cut out this little shapes out of a cap, and that's why there is a cap here. Okay, probably that what he meant. Yeah, it's gonna get a little bit challenging, because now when we try to turn, it's not going to turn correctly. Actually it is. No, it squishes a little bit. It squishes a little bit. Let's try to apply solidify modifier, and now we have geometry like this, and let's try to turn it. No, it's still squishing it. There is no way to avoid it, I think. There is no way to avoid it. In this particular situation, I wouldn't choose this way of modeling to do this shape, because there are not that many of them. Let's count them. If we can, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on one side, and around 5, yeah, the 10. Well, okay, let's try to get it this way, and later I will show you the way I would do it in order to avoid this weird geometry distortion. Okay. Can scale it. We can move both objects here, and let's try to rotate it so it's visible. Yeah, now we have to make it longer to the object itself. And if we move it here, to try to make it longer, it's going to distort the object from ideally cylindrical to kind of a little bit turned cylindrical, and it's a not acceptable situation. In order to move it correctly, change global transform orientations to a local transform orientations. Now you can move it straight parallel to the edges, so we can easily to make it longer. And let's get back to global. Now it is longer, and there was a 10 of this object, so let's add 10, and let's change distance to get it to distribute them equally on the shape. So it's not going to be exact though, so it's always very difficult to make it exact, because distance from here to here a little bit bigger than here to here. Unfortunately, I don't know how to make it automatically distribute them with the same distance. Actually, the new other method I'm going to show later, it is help distribute them equally, like very precisely. So just a 10 object. Now if we're gonna try to boolean this, nothing gonna happen, because let me show what I mean. Add boolean modifier and select boolean object, and let's hide it. Well, it is actually, I'm surprised it did boolean the thing, but everything looks weird. Everything looks weird. And well, I'm always trying to make solid object, because wheel is here too. I didn't see. Oh wow, it looks good. It is look good, the wheel, actual wheel itself. Really nice. Okay. Oh, let's hide temporarily wheel on this object and remove this boolean, and let's make this fuel cap solid object, not object with a like paper thin thickness. So and in order to make an edge, just add few loops here and inset this side. And now we have this edge here, and now this object is solid as a one piece. Okay, now try re-boolean it. Select object, hide it temporarily. Well, something wrong with the normal direction apparently, because it shouldn't be that black. Okay, let's see what's going on. Yeah, normal orientation isn't correct right now on this object, and these detail parts, their normals facing correct direction outside, but on the whole part itself, normals facing inside. So we gotta fix it. Select all faces, go to the face, not face, mesh, normal, flip, and well, now it's okay, but this area doesn't look good because shade smooth. Assign, if we make shade flat, it look better, but it cannot be that edgy. We can try to fix it with the edge split modifier. Well, it's almost did it, but it didn't do here. Okay. Well, it is look relatively correct, but how to actually fix this one? Bothering me. Well, it's apparently not visible part, so we can leave it as it is in order not to waste time. But it's bothering me that I couldn't fix it, so let's try to do something. Well, first let's try add some more loops. Let's see what's gonna happen. No, it didn't really help that much, so we have to get rid of them. What to do? Maybe we can remove edge split here and make shade flat. What's gonna happen here? Well, it did help, sorta, but it's gonna leave sharp edges within this object. Well, it's bothering me. Why I cannot fix it? Okay, let's get back to shade smooth and add edge split modifier. We can reduce here the angle on this geometry, not on the actual Boolean objects, because we have edge split here too. We hide it, we select this object, the cap itself, and reduce angle of the edge split from 30 to, let's try 24. No, didn't help. Let's try 20. It's only made it worse on the inner polygons. Let's try to make it 15. Well, it's basically the created the thing we did before. We tried before. Okay. Well, last thing, but it's not preferable, but sometimes you're gonna have to do it. Why subdivision is... okay. Okay, Boolean has to be up. Oh, that is so messy. That is so messy. Yeah, if you want to use subdivision modifier later, you're gonna have to redo it manually. That means you have to apply Boolean, which done here, so it's gonna stay here forever. So it's changed geometry this way, and here you can try to fix it, just half of it, even maybe, yeah, only half of it, in order to avoid losing too much time. So join these 2 points and delete half of the geometry. We have to join this 2 and delete it too, because Boolean is already done. We don't need the back face anymore because it's invisible. You don't need extra polygons, so we can get rid of this. Okay, and we don't need edge split anymore, which is, you can just delete it. And now this one we don't need either yet. Oh, did I accidentally? Yeah, I accidentally deleted the geometry which I need. Okay, now delete edge split modifier, and good old days, some maybe not that efficient way to do it, but I just manually cut the lines around it. something changed since Blender 2.79 to Blender 2.8, because I'm having much more glitches with the Blender 2.8 than Blender 2.79 with the knife tool, with the tool I'm using right now, because it wasn't that much glitchy before. Okay, we surround it with a ring of edges around this troubled area, and now if we connect these left areas, and later if we're gonna change shading mode to smooth from flat, this should look okay even without applying subdivision. When we apply subdivision, we can see the areas with the problem. Yeah, it's right here. Okay. Well, the object is way too small to actually pay that much attention to it, and I would even delete this subdivision surface, because most likely it's not gonna be rendered this way, that much close. So let's mirror it, and you see the difference. The difference is visible, especially on reflections. Let me turn it on. Let me add a shader, and let's make it chrome to make reflections as visible as possible. Even here with a roughness 0.5 roughness, we can see this area looks relatively okay, and this looks messy and not realistic. Here it needs a little fixing too. Yeah, right over here. Now it's fine and nice and smooth and very low poly, not heavy at all. Well, to make it even more cleaner, I would have changed this points and polygons. Okay. And if you want results like this on a low poly object, you're gonna have to do all fixing manually on other this geometry too, all manually. But there is another way to do it, maybe a little bit faster, It's the way I did the wheels itself. So I'm going to stop right here and try to use another method. Okay, let's reopen this file without saving it. Oh, we have to get through the fixing from the beginning. Well, not necessarily, because okay, let's move this here. Let's rotate it correct way. Exactly 90 degree. Okay, we need this only as a guide, I think, so we don't really need this anymore, but I'm gonna use it as a guide just to see where they should be, just for that. So okay, something like this. We don't need the exact distance, just because I'm gonna use the method which I used when I was modeling wheels. Let's flip normals on here again. And let's rotate it a little bit. Maybe move. Okay, now we see approximately where this shape should be. Okay. Now I have to remodel this object. Let's hide it temporarily. Let's hide it temporarily. I duplicated these edges and I select all the faces and just delete it. Now I have just this thing, these edges, and probably I need to extrude one just on the floor. Okay. And let's apply the screw modifier, and we have this object basically. A little bit low poly. Now we have to divide it, this object, to a amount of these holes, not holes, these little shapes on a cap. There are 10 of them, we already counted them, so now we have to divide 360 degree to 10, and it's very easy, it's a 36, so we have to, instead of 16 steps, we have to add 36. So later we after applying, I'm going to duplicate it and move it temporarily and hide it. Now I apply screw modifier, and now I have object like this, and it has 36 pieces, supposed to have at least, and there can be divided by 10. That means we probably need just this piece. Go to the edges and edge split, and we don't need this one. Okay, we have this piece. Now we can duplicate it, checked linked on a duplication, and turn it this much. Okay, we basically have to repeat it 10 times. Actually, even this one is not correct because we need just a half of it, and we can always mirror this other half. Split. Let's mirror it. And now duplicate with the linked. Duplicate with the linked. Are we getting... We're not getting 10 pieces. We're getting 8 pieces, right? I messed up some math, apparently. I was always really bad at mathematics. And the mathematics. Yeah, it's not going to be 10 objects, so that's why I saved that other object. Let's move cursor to selected, delete this one, unhide all, hide everything what we don't need it, duplicate it again, and move it to a cursor and hide this one, and hide the pink plane. Okay, now it's turned. Also we have to by pressing, I forgot what is it. I forgot the buttons I need to press to get rid of this 90-degree rotation. Oh my god, Control A, you press Control A, I'm losing my brain cells, and apply to a rotation. Yeah, and I screw everything up, but it's easy to fix by selecting different axle. Okay, on screw modifier we just select different axle. Okay, now 360 degree, 36 pieces. It means I'm gonna have to rotate it just for measurement reasons. I'm going to create this piece and get rid of its screw modifier. Oh my god. Detach it. Alt P. Select it. Now it's a two separate objects. And with this I can measure exactly 36 degree. Yeah. This angle I need to match now. I hope. Okay, yeah, it's 40 steps. This is one segment. Now we can apply, and we needed only just the middle part. This actually this, but we need only half of it. Because we can always mirror it. Okay, let's mirror it. And now we can start duplicate it with the linked checked on, and it rotated it to exactly 36 degree. Again, copy with linked 36 by 2, 72. Okay. It's a similar way. The modeling the wheel itself. The guy, he's done real good job modeling this wheel, so he probably will understand how to model this thing. It's just more beams on this wheel. For example, there are not 5 beams, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 beams wheel. So he was, and by the job he's done, he apparently knows how to do it, how to divide 360 degree to correct amount, and later to model this kind of nice wheel. So now probably he will understand what I mean when I'm trying to duplicate all these objects. Duplicate it with a linked, rotating it exactly 36 degree. Duplicate it again, linked, checked linked, rotate it exactly 36 degree. Duplicate it, linked, oh come on, rotate it exactly 36 degree, and the one last, checked linked, rotate it 36 degree. Finally. Okay. And now we can start to model that this shape just manually. Start the model. Okay, probably we need a guide. Let's hide this object. And manually cut the with a knife tool. Okay, we don't need this anymore, I think. Yeah, this one too. Okay, now select all these polygons, press F on the keyboard, get rid of these vertices, we don't need them anymore, dissolve these vertices and connect these vertices. Okay, now when we editing it, everything, all sides getting edited at the same time. So we kinda do some kind of automatization of this manual tedious work. It's basically very same methods as for modeling wheels. As I do wheels, I did this little detail too. It's just you have to keep in mind, do you need to spend too much time on it or not? Because don't waste too much time. These were just a guidance thing. This indicate exactly 36 degree, so we don't need it anymore. Okay, let's apply material to it. Now it's look nice, but it has all edges here because these are separate objects, and we cannot merge. We cannot make this to one. We cannot join it to one object because they are linked. They have history with each other, and every time when I edit here, the all changes applied to other objects rotated. So we just have to delete it, delete all, and reduplicate it. I don't know, is there a tool on in Blender, repeat last action. If there is, it would be much easier to repeat this one, but because I don't know whether there is such a tool in Blender or not, I have to do that manually. We can actually slightly reduce work. Just drawing half of it. Oh my god. It's already mirrored, of course. Well, yeah, it's not gonna work. So we have to do this everything manually. And I forgot I had to apply first all the mirror on all objects, so I don't have to repeat this action to all the time, all the way to copying 10 of them. Okay, we reduplicated all of them. Just select them and join. And now, if we select all the vertices, go to the vertex, merge vertices by distance. 219 vertices were merged. Okay. Now this part has to look alright. Okay. This cap look a little bit weird. It's supposed to be completely flat, I think, by reference, yeah. So in order to make it flat, make inset. Now it's flat. So I was planning to make real short video, but it's stretched to 1 hour again. Well, yeah, sometimes there is no easy way. You just have to get through it, have to work through it. And yeah, I wish we had a computers which were doing every work for us. Soon maybe we're gonna get them, because artificial intelligence making progress is crazy. Some of the videos I've seen, they blow my mind. Computers going to control us soon, I think. I'm afraid. I don't know. Is it going to be for good or for bad? Okay, I think that's it for today. I hope this one was helpful for you. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, you can always leave a mean comment on the comment section below. Till next time, bye bye.